Every parkrun has that one volunteer with whom the race directors dread working with. Now, don't get me wrong, we love our volunteers, but every time this guy is on the roster, there's issues. There's issues with the results processing, there's issues with complaints from the general public, something different every time. But I don't want to give the name of our agent of destruction because I want to keep his name anonymous. So I'm just going to choose some random name for our guy, Andy. Now, it's not that Andy always is involved in the trouble himself. It's just that trouble and issues tend to follow him. It's a bit like, you know, that guy who thinks he's a brilliant driver. He's never actually involved in an accident, but there's always one behind him in his rear view mirror. Well, that's our Andy. So in this video, I'm going to try to explain the 3 steps that we take to try to manage the issue of our Andy. How do we control his chaotic behavior? And how do we try to make the Bishan parkrun as smooth as absolutely possible? So the 3 steps that I use to minimize the effects from our own Andy, our agent of chaos here at Bishan. Number 1, minimize. Keep him away from his responsibilities for absolutely as long as I possibly can do. Now, as I've said, I want to keep his identity anonymous. I don't want any kids pointing at him in the streets or throwing sticks at him or anything like that. So I'm not going to give any description of him, but for a short bull guy, he's actually pretty fast and he loves to run. And today his position is backup timer. So I'm saying to him, look, go for your run today, that's absolutely fine. I'll do the backup timer for the first few positions, and then when you come in, you can take over, which is good. But at the same time, to maximize this effect, I've pointed out a few good photography spots along the route for him, and I've also told him that it's coming up to Christmas, so the last thing he wants to do now is to injure himself. So he should take it easy today. Now that should keep him away from the finish line for a considerable amount of time, thus minimizing his chaotic effect. Point number 2, he is obviously going to turn up at some stage, I can't help that. But when he is here, I'm going to follow the old Parkrun Race Director saying. Now, this old saying goes something along like this. Keep your friends close, but keep the agents of chaos closer. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to befriend Andy. I'm going to pretend to be friendly with him and try to draw him in and draw into his confidence. Now, once I'm close to him, obviously he'll let his guard down, and that should allow me to spot any errors and any issues that he causes, which he will, very quickly, and then they can be remedied quickly. So, yeah. Minimize the effect by keeping him away, and then minimize the effect by managing to control when things go wrong in a quickly and in an orderly manner. The third thing I'm going to do is, frankly, I'm going to poison all the other volunteers against him. Now, this really does feel a little bit devious and a little bit nasty, but it also feels very natural, and frankly, it really does work. So by making all our more highly functioning volunteers aware of his mediocrity, they feel a sense of superiority, which is completely merited, and they will help me to control him. It takes the pressure off me a little bit. You know, like a problem shared is a problem halved. We all muck in together and keep this guy under control. And I hope other RDs around the world for parkruns all over the world can maybe learn from this video and how they can maybe control their very own Andy. Good luck to you. Oh, bloody hell. Andy, stand up. Yes. Agent of chaos here. I wanted to get a video of you walking in and put some really funky sort of dinosaur music to it, but I can't do it. Yeah, go on, go on. The finish shoot team of all finish shoot teams.
We just had our 4th 3 points.
I think you've been kept an eye on today, Andy.
Feels like that.
So that's Parkrun done, sitting down here having a quick coffee with Xin Chuang and Yenru. Everybody else has gone. As expected, Andy was not a total disaster, but there were issues. As soon as he arrived, the camera, which was being used for the timing, the battery died. So that was obviously Andy's fault. And then there were other issues as well, but all minor. And in the end, we actually managed to process the results pretty well. So I think my 3-step approach to controlling Bishan's own Andy, agent of chaos, has been fairly successful today, and I hope the other race directors for parkrun around the world take note on how to deal with your special Andy. Over and out. Bye bye. This video has not been sanctioned by Parkrun nor by Andy Guy. Any resemblance between Andy Guy, a regular runner at Bishan Parkrun, and our guy called Andy is purely intentional. Oh, sorry, it's unintentional. No animals have been hurt in the production of this video, and all opinions are the opinions of me, myself, and everyone who's ever met our Andy. If you do like this video, please do like, subscribe, share, and all that stuff. Much appreciated.